Hello everyone, my name is Abdurrahman Habane. So this is the beta iteration of my project. You might have seen in the other discussions, but I'm building a Premier League squad builder. If you don't know what the Premier League is, it's the highest tier competition of soccer in England, the highest league and in the pyramid. Um, and yeah, the World Cup just finished not too long ago, and I was in a footballing mood, so I kind of just opted to go for a football project per se. So the idea behind this one is kind of simple. You build the starting 11 out of a real Premier League players currently in the league, but you only have $100 million to spend, um, and you have to fill a real formation. So every pick is a trade-off. The app also has a suggester now that can build the best squad it can afford for you. So yeah, let's get started and let me show you. Let's run Java. What was it? The out src. Where's my backslash? There it is. Dot Java. Oh, I did something wrong there. Here we go. Then um, it's plain Java, so one Java command and it's compiled. Um, let's open the console app. So that would be nice. So that's the console version. And then let's say pool, and this shows you all the players that are in the pool, how much they're worth, and the points associated with that. So each player has a price and a points total. Let's try to add a player. Um, let's add Mohamed Salah from Liverpool. Okay. Let's add Holland. As I add players, you can see the budget dropping and the position slots filling up. Um, so let's try adding Salah again and see what happens. So it'll fail, and that's kind of expected. And I can also switch formations in here. Formation, let's say 4-3-3. So now the formation is set to 4-3-3. And then we can use this command to give us the best squad with our budget. Right, so this is the suggester, the new feature that I built recently. It fills the rest of the squad by value points per million, while making sure it holds back enough budget to actually fill every remaining slot. So there's that completed 11. And then to save this, we can just say save demo. Nice. And then we can quit this. Nice. So that's the console version. Now let's try to go to the GUI. Let's do Java CP squad builder GUI. See what I did there? So this is what the GUI looks like. So it's the same project, just a graphical version. Um, so the player pool is on the left. We have the goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, and forwards. So you can easily switch between them. The players, I only have the top six best teams main starters on here for now. But obviously I can change out the player CSV as much as I want. So it's tab by position, your squad on the right. If you want a keeper, you double click, or anybody, you double click. If you want to remove, you double click as well. So you have the budget and the slot status along the bottom with the buttons as well. And then I can even search by name here. I can also search by price, points, and value. So let's search for Salah. And then I have to navigate to forwards or midfielders. Yep, and there he is. Perfect. And we did the double click to add. And the budgets get updated when you add a player. And the player gets marked so I can see at a glance who I've already picked out. And that was something that I fixed coming out of alpha. Before this, you only find out a player was already in your squad when the app rejected them. And then we did the remove. This is a new feature that I had a bit of trouble with, the best formation finder. So it's the same suggester as the console version, but it's wired to a button. So it's really cool. I think I'll start using this as I build it out for the fantasy drafts that I participate in as well. So you want to accept it, you click yes, and let's save the squad and name it Mondays Best 11. Nice. And if I ever want to load the squad, I have a couple saves already, but yeah, I can navigate into teams that I've saved. I can clear as well, so that's really nice. And here's the formations as well that you can change into. So the formations, it limits, like for example, you can't choose more than one keeper, and it'll say can't add player. For forwards, in this case, it would say you can't have more than two because it's a 3-5-2 formation. So when I click on Holland, you can't add another player. So to go back to the saving writes the squad to a text file, and loading reads it back so you can come back to a squad later. So the layout holds up even when you resize. So if we do this, it's just that if we switch to a 4-4-2, it's nice. This is because before, in the previous video that I showed, you would have to navigate an arrow button for if it was in this small screen like this. Okay, now let's do some tests. Let's run the squad builder test. So as we wait for this is the test suite I wrote for beta. So it's 63 tests, and it should be all passing. It covers the budget and slot and duplicate rules saving and loading, including missing and corrupted files, and the suggester, including like a deliberately nasty case where an early expensive pick would make the squad impossible to finish, right? So writing these actually caught a real bug. So there's two different save names made only of punctuation, which would collapse into the same file name and silently overwrite each other's data. So there's no error. The squad was just gone. Um, so I fixed it and added a test so it can't come back. And for some reason, well, it does take a bit to run, really. Um, so as that finishes up, I can kind of give out my closing statements here. That's the squad builder, um, budget and formation constraints, a console, a GUI front end, save and load, an auto suggester. Um, I think one honest limitation is the suggester is a strong. It's not like a guaranteed optimal solver. So on some budgets there may be slightly better 11. It doesn't find, and that's noted in the README file, um, along with the full list of what changed since alpha. Um, but yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm not sure why this is taking this long. It didn't happen like this before, but thank you guys. I think I've taken way more than the 5 minutes.